I've been learning Blender on and off for about a year with the intent of launching a video essay channel in 3D. I think it's safe to guess that over half the new Blender channels on YouTube were inspired by the Spider-Verse films, and so was I. I was also inspired by creators like Swoozy, Funk, Nanky Jakey, Camwing, and recently Captain Astronaut. I love how they tell stories and share their thoughts in their own unique way, especially when it comes to games. So now it's my turn to jump in while learning a completely new software. Why are you looking at me like that?
Jamie, where can the people find you? And what you got coming up?
Y'all can find me at swiper_prime. Oh my gosh. I'm still working on my freaking model in Blender, so I'm hoping to have that done soon. I'm not even gonna put like a deadline on it because I've already missed 2 of them.
I was gonna say fans of the show will notice that there's been a couple deadlines with that, but you know.
Listen, life has been lifing. Okay,
life does life. I get you. Life definitely is lifing.
Yeah, I've also been working on my Blender project, as I've probably said the past few months now. But me and Dig, we've issued each other a challenge where we're gonna try and like wrap up some of these projects, or at least like, you know, have a good portion of it done by the end of July. And so I've been pushing towards that. I feel like I've actually made really good progress this time. So, you know, I'm feeling confident. Hopefully my confidence continues to stick with me. And
we love to see it.
You know, hopefully by the end of July, beginning of August, I'll have something to share with you guys.
So before I got here, I had to start here with rigging my model. I'd already figured out the background and the props, but rigging? It was hell. And I see why it's a whole profession now, because I would legitimately pay someone to do this. Because rigging is not just about making a skeleton. It's weight painting the bones, redoing the skeleton after you mess up, more weight painting, adding new bones because you didn't add enough. And then you gotta give them drivers and pull targets and constraints. And now I'm exhausted. And we haven't even animated anything yet. I was comfortable with animating on a conceptual level because I've animated in 2D before. In execution, that 3D changed way more than I thought. After a week of struggling, I remember I picked up Pierre's Blender course on animation, and that helped me level up in Blender a little bit quicker, so a huge thank you to him. In hindsight, I should have been a little bit more detailed with my storyboard before blocking out the animation and then refining the details. I laid out everything except for the walking section, and I think it shows in the final animation. After finishing the animation, I refined some of the camera moves and even added a particle system for some flying sand throughout the scene. But I was kind of disappointed with how long it took me to do the animation, which then caused me to run out of time for final touches. I really wanted my character's movements to be more expressive and thought that I could animate the environment a little more. However, I also considered how much I accomplished with this one project. I learned a new program. I made my first 3D animation. I made my longest animation ever. I used a particle system for the first time. I still don't really get it, but I did that. And I modeled everything in the scene by myself. Something that I won't be doing again. That is a lot for one baby Blender user to be doing alone. But here we are. So, if you clicked on this video because you're scared to take the plunge into Blender, as a great philosopher once said,
just do it!
After you do the ceremonial Blender donut, check out my Blender tutorial playlist full of great videos from other creators who helped me get here. Just know I like to add to it every other day, so it's pretty long. And for any Blender pros watching, please help. Drop some knowledge in the comments below for beginners like me. Thanks for checking out this little behind the scenes video. Now on to the next animation.